The Diddy situation has officially crossed into territory nobody expected, and this time, it's not just rumors floating online anymore. What's coming out now is being described as serious, emotional, and deeply troubling by people close to the situation, and the fallout is only getting bigger. For years, whispers about what really happened behind closed doors stayed buried. But now, those whispers are turning into conversations nobody can ignore anymore. Sources claim that leaked recordings, along with recovered digital materials, are raising major questions about what went on at certain private gatherings involving powerful figures. What really shook people was the claim that this wasn't just one isolated incident. According to individuals familiar with the investigation, there may be extensive recorded material showing moments that left several artists emotionally shaken afterward. That detail alone has people looking back at old interviews and public behavior very differently. This situation has officially moved past celebrity gossip territory. These materials are reportedly being reviewed as part of a broader legal process, meaning everything that stayed hidden for years could now be examined piece by piece. And if that happens, the impact could reach far beyond one person. One of the earliest
audio that they put out was real.
Yeah, that was Nicki put that out there. That Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh, man.
She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
So then who's the guy who's claiming he recorded it?
topics that resurfaced involves a leaked audio clip that has circulated online for over a year. The recording is said to involve Meek Mill and Diddy.
Meek, yeah, Meek.
But the internet doesn't forget. Old clips started resurfacing. Videos of Diddy jokingly calling Meek daddy. Footage people ignored back then, but now look different through a darker lens.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
Nothing has been legally confirmed. A former security worker claimed the audio came from a private event and suggested it was recorded without permission. When asked directly whether recordings existed, one individual said, "If what Lil Rob said is true, then yeah, they got tapes. And if Diddy had them, the authorities got them now." That statement alone raised eyebrows across the industry. The bigger concern is that these weren't described as one-off recordings. The claim is that multiple high-profile figures were captured during moments they never expected to be documented. According to sources, authorities are now reviewing these materials as part of an ongoing probe. Things get even more intense when past industry mentorship stories are brought back into the conversation. One widely discussed example involves Usher, who spent time living under Diddy's guidance early in his career. At the time, it was framed as mentorship, opportunity, and exposure to the industry lifestyle. In later interviews, Usher spoke carefully about that period, saying Diddy showed him another side of the industry and introduced him to things he wasn't prepared for. Those words didn't raise alarms back then, but today, people are hearing them differently. Old footage shows Usher describing the environment as wild and confusing at that age. He emphasized that he didn't fully understand what he was seeing, which has caused renewed discussion about how young artists were introduced to adult industry spaces back then. A producer who worked closely with both men later claimed that Usher's demeanor changed after that period. According to the producer, Usher became more reserved and guarded, and he rarely speaks about those years now. That silence is something fans are paying attention to today, because when artists avoid certain chapters of their lives, it often raises questions about what made those moments so uncomfortable to revisit. And Usher isn't the only name that keeps resurfacing. As the investigation continues, people are starting to re-examine how many careers took unexpected turns after close industry connections. This is only the surface of what's being discussed right now, and what's coming next may explain why certain artists' behavior shifted so dramatically over time. As the spotlight widened, another name that started popping up was YK Osiris, and people quickly noticed something wasn't adding up. His public behavior, financial struggles, and sudden lifestyle changes created a timeline that raised serious questions. In early 2021, Osiris openly admitted he was facing major money issues. He sold off luxury cars, including Lamborghinis and Bentleys, and spoke about how fast his earnings disappeared. That honesty earned sympathy at the time. But then something strange happened. Just weeks later, Osiris was seen posting from an exclusive resort in Jamaica, the same location where Diddy was reportedly staying. That coincidence didn't go unnoticed. When Osiris explained his financial downfall, he said, "The money went so quick. When you don't have it, your mindset changes." His words sounded real, but people still questioned how his situation shifted so suddenly afterward. During a radio interview, when asked directly about his connection to Diddy, Osiris didn't deny anything. Instead, he laughed nervously, avoided direct answers, and changed his tone entirely. That reaction alone fueled speculation. Now, sources claim there may be recorded footage that explains why his behavior changed so drastically. Nothing has been confirmed, but insiders say the materials could shed light on what happened during those private trips. Then there's Aaron Carter, whose story adds another heavy layer to this situation. Before his tragic passing, people close to him said he struggled deeply with emotional pain connected to early industry experiences. In a past account, Aaron described being questioned by authorities about things he didn't understand at the time. He pushed back strongly, saying, "That man did nothing but be kind and welcoming." His confusion and distress were clear. A former manager later claimed Aaron had been exposed to industry environments he wasn't prepared for during his youth. While he never named specific individuals, those experiences reportedly stayed with him for years. In the months before his passing, Aaron reportedly started opening up more about how certain industry spaces affected him emotionally. He spoke in general terms, never naming names, but people now wonder what he meant. Another unexpected name that entered the discussion was Burna Boy. In 2020, Diddy suddenly became heavily involved in executive producing Burna Boy's album Twice as Tall, despite no prior working relationship. They were seen together constantly during that period, which sparked online rumors. While most of those claims were unverified, industry insiders questioned how fast the partnership formed and how quickly it ended afterward. On the surface, it looked like a normal collaboration, but behind the scenes, people wondered why the connection appeared intense and then vanished without explanation. These patterns are what keep pulling people deeper into this story. Not proof, not accusations, just timelines that don't fully line up. And as more names resurface, the industry's silence is becoming louder than ever. One of the most controversial figures to speak publicly has been Orlando Brown, and his statements have sparked intense debate. In multiple interviews, he made shocking claims about industry behavior involving Diddy and other artists. Instead of dismissing him outright, some industry veterans now believe Orlando's unpredictable behavior may be a form of self-protection. Music journalist Jaguar Wright said, "Acting unstable gives him room to speak when others can't." Another name that surfaced is Braysher Gray from Empire. According to several sources, his career trajectory changed sharply after attending certain high-profile industry events. Jaguar Wright claimed that powerful figures introduced Braysher to environments that altered his path. While details remain unclear, the timing aligns with his sudden career slowdown and later personal struggles. After Empire ended, Braysher's once promising momentum disappeared. Then came a highly publicized incident involving law enforcement, followed by reports of mental health challenges. After that, industry contacts reportedly stopped responding to him. What unsettles people most is how often these stories echo warnings that were shared years ago. Comedian Cat Williams has spoken repeatedly about rejecting industry offers that didn't align with his values. He openly said he turned down large sums of money to preserve his integrity, claiming powerful figures crossed boundaries he wasn't comfortable with. Those statements didn't get much attention at the time. Now they're being replayed everywhere. Civil lawsuits have also added fuel to the fire. One filing described a situation where an individual claimed they were brought into an environment without understanding what they were walking into. The lawsuit named several high-profile figures as being present. The court ruled that the evidence deserved further review, denying attempts to dismiss the case early. That decision alone sent shockwaves through industry circles. The biggest rumor circulating now is that recordings may be influencing the silence from other major artists. People believe this could explain why so few have spoken publicly, either in support or condemnation. One online comment read, "This situation isn't a joke. This has been happening for years and now it's all catching up." Another insider added, "The names involved are going to shock everyone." So the question remains, could this situation reach far beyond one person? Are we finally seeing how power operates when nobody is watching? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more deep dives like this, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to I Love Gossip. Because in this industry, it's never just about talent, it's about who controls the narrative.